Hi, everybody. Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching. And I want to share with you, because it's actually been bubbling to the surface at a number of client sites and just people in general. When we get stressed, people react emotionally. We all do, present company included. When we are struggling emotionally, we tend to start to tell ourselves story. Well, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Or my boss hates me. And we start to almost exaggerate reality. We all do it. 85% of us, according to Tasha Yerk, and everyone's heard me say this statistic, significantly lack self-awareness. So it's tough. I think the number one thing that causes discord in the workplace is really a two-element step. Number one, going to the source. If I have an issue with a particular person and I go tell three other people, I get it off my chest. And then those three people, maybe one of those three tell two people. Those two tell three people. Now there's 7 versions of what came out of my mouth that will never represent me as well as I could represent myself. And then it gets back to the person. This week alone, it is Tuesday when I record this. I have had 6 incidents like this across client sites. And part of it, what is it at the foundation of what causes this? Our fear of conflict. I don't know what to say, so I'm not going to really do it. I'm going to tell 3 other people, get it off my chest. You've solved nothing. Now, that doesn't mean if you confront or you have a tough conversation with someone, they're going to hug and kiss you and say, oh, I knew I was being a jerk. It's not going to happen. I get that. That's number one. Number two, let me just prompt this with the following. When I think about what's happening in the workplace right now with AI, if you don't like change, get over it. If you don't want to use ChatGPT or some type of AI tools, get over it. You won't have a choice. So I was talking to a leader, and she was telling me about her aversion to ChatGPT and all this AI revolution. And I get it. Now we use AI, so we're fans of AI, but I get the discord and the concern. And I said, well, let me ask you this. I said, what if we took away all of your salespeople? She was a VP of sales. Took all of your salespeople's cell phones away and said, when you need to make phone calls, make them from phone, your hardwired phone, your rotary phone, and then just use telephone booths. And she said, well, Tim, that's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. That telephone booths don't even really exist anymore. I said, so you were forced to change? She said, well, yeah, that's different. I said, really? And she goes, oh. I said, you're going to have to change. And I love to share this. My daughter is a journalism major, and I think initially she was kind of like, boy, this is kind of hurting what I initially wanted to go into, which was editing. So much of that is automated right now. It is going to prompt massive change. So my wife, who's a pediatrician, what do they have making appointments? Chatbots. You go to our website, we have a chatbot. We actually just built out a tool that actually automates the development of 48-week coaching plans by someone completing an assessment. It's automating right to our AI tool and crafts out about a 20-page document speaking directly to the leader's expectations of their employer or the employee's goals. It's interesting, isn't it? So what happens is when we have this conflict and we have this thing called change, I got to have a conversation. So now let me flip the script a little bit. I was speaking in front of an executive team. It's actually happened a couple times, and the same thing has actually happened. And somebody will rhetorically make the comment, well, I think our leaders are pretty ready. And they might be. And I said, you're ready for the AI revolution? Yeah. And so what happens in our business is AI going to replace human-based coaching? It's an emphatic no. Let me tell you why. So the CEO looks at me and he says, well, I think our leaders are ready for the most part. I said, can I test your readiness? And I smile and he goes, be careful. And I know him. And everyone in the room started laughing. I go, so is my job on the line with everything going on with AI? I'm safe, right? And the guy looks at me and goes, oh, wow. Yeah, I said, no. I'm role playing. Go ahead. He said, well, I don't. Oh, so you're not telling me something. My job, you're going to get rid of me. And the CEO looked at me and goes, oh my gosh. I said, yeah. You think AI is going to replace coaching? It's going to drive more human-based coaching, in my estimation, at least. And so what happens is, at the foundation of everything is we don't want to change. It's a lot more work. I get it. Even though the studies are when people are learning, they're happier and all that good stuff. The fact of the matter is most people don't go into work and say, boss, I got to have some uncomfortable change. I'm complacent. My attitude stinks. Doesn't happen. So now this mad rush for organizations to be competitive. To be truthful, I'm near the end of my career. I'm not going to retire, but I'm at the tail end of my career, not at the front of my career. I can't raise my hand and say, oh, I'm not doing AI. I'm not doing AI. I hear people say that. We may not have a choice. So at the foundation of that might be having the tough conversation. Go to the source. Go to your boss. That doesn't mean complain. Doesn't mean give them feedback. Ask them, what's coming? What can I do to better serve you? So I want to give you just one last thought. If out of 100 employees, 85% significantly lack self-awareness, 15 out of those 100 go to their bosses and say, boss, there's a lot of change and challenge coming. What can I do to serve you? What can I do better? What's some knowledge, skill, and behaviors you'd encourage me to double down on to take myself to the next level? If we get people self-coaching by starting with questions, make it easier for leaders, guess what's going to happen? Those 15 people are going to differentiate themselves. The other 85 might be on the outside looking in. And I know that's a crass analogy. So let me ask you, what are your thoughts?